Hi, good people. This is Deborah. I hope you're having a beautiful day today. This particular topic on this video is about self righteous behavior. All information provided on this channel is for educational purposes only. This channel does not promote or encourage misuse of the information. I will use words that are not intended to offend anyone, but rather to describe my point of view and how I see things. I encourage you to always consider your intuition and your discernment. Take what resonates with you and what does not resonate with you, put it on the shelf or throw it away. Now, self righteousness is rooted in Old English, which is literally means declaring oneself right, crowning one's own ego as the standard of righteousness rather than submitting to divine truth. That is self righteous. Now, it shows up as a performing holiness rather than embodying it, judging others while excusing oneself, using morality as a weapon, and relying on one's own goodness rather than on inner transformation. Scriptures repeatedly warns against this uh, posture. Now, Isaiah teaches that human righteousness has no power. The parable in Luke exposed how trusting in one's own virtue blinds the heart. Roman describes self righteousness as replacing God's standard with ego. Proverbs reveals that some feel pure while refusing cleansing. And Matthew 23 exposes the holiness of outward holiness without inner humility. Metaphysically, self righteousness is the ego masquerading as the higher self, a false light that resists correction. It hides behind spiritual performance and avoid healing. These are the ones that you will see it in the political arena, in the religious arena. What is the religious arena? That would be Christianity, that would be Islam, and that would be Judaism. Okay, professional, in the professional environment, yes. In the academic environment, yes. In cultural environment, yes. In social environment, yes. In community, yes. In family, yes. It can be discerned through behaviors such as condemning others, needing to appear spiritual but unteachable. They're unteachable people, and then they want to argue with you when you confront them. Correcting everyone but themselves. While as true righteousness expresses humanity, compassion, and accountability in alignment with truth. Importantly, saying take what resonate with you or throw it away is not self righteousness, because self righteousness forces agreement, centers the speaker, and demand control, whereas statement releases pressure, honors free will, and empower others' discernment. When dealing with someone who is self righteous, staying centered, acknowledging without agreeing, settling boundaries, redirecting towards shared humanity, and exciting when necessary protects your peace, because their behavior comes from ego, fear, shame, and a need to control. And your job is not to fix them, but to remain aligned for yourself, guarded, grounded, and humble. Their self righteousness has nowhere to land. So I want to. I have prepared some flip charts. Hopefully, it makes it clear for you. Um, the reason why I brought this to your attention is because it's necessary. If you are a person that takes ownership of your behavior, this won't apply to you. The only thing that will apply to you is how to deal with self righteousness behavior. That will be the only thing. Everything else applies to the ones that have self righteous behavior. If you read this and you get mad, you have a self righteous behavior. I've been there. I was there in my 20s, and I had to be debased. I had to come all the way down from nothing. Well, from me thinking I had something to coming down to nothing. And I'm glad I went through that process. I'm still learning and I'm still going through processes today. You never stop going through debasing. Why? Because you have an ego. The ego has to join with the higher self, and it does everything it can to not join with the higher self. But once it joins with the higher self, then it becomes balanced. It does what it does when it need to, and it don't do what it don't need to do when it don't need to. I hope that made sense to you. I'm on TikTok Monday through Wednesday from 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Come join me and bring your friends. Take care, good people. Be good to yourself.